Hi guys, it's Splinterverse. I've got some sad news for you. Hex is ending, so I'm going to read you the official announcement or the highlights of the official announcement, and then we'll share thoughts about the announcement as well as I will give you an update on the future of this channel. So it says, hello Hex community, we have some difficult news to share with you today. The Hex team has put every ounce of our beings into crafting and supporting this truly special game, but we are required to close Hex Shards of Fate on December 31st, 2020. And then it's got a link to a press release which relates to the settlement they had when they had a conflict, legal conflict with Wizards of the Coast for their Magic game. So I looked at that settlement press release and I didn't see anything indicating that that they had to only last through the end of 2020 with the game, because of that settlement or anything like that. So I'm not understanding 100% why they included that link here. Hopefully we'll get some clarification on that over time. They are saying that they are going to, with the rest of this press or this announcement here, they are going to reduce the number of queues. You're only going to have these to play. So standard constructed, Corinth Mary Melee, evolving sealed gauntlet, draft gauntlet, and then a final CCS tournament. But they're going to remove all the barriers to entry, so they'll be free to play, so that you can play as much as you want for free. They're also going to give everybody daily login boosters, since they're not going to allow any more purchases of platinum through the rest of the year. And then you'll also get rewards based on past packs as well as current packs. So definitely a good time to get cards if your collection doesn't have what you like. You can certainly experience some different things from older sets. And then they're saying here, interestingly, finally, as of this posting, we have also taken snapshots of your collection so we can honor our promises regarding possible future projects in the Hex universe. We cannot say when that might be at this time, but we remain committed to the value of your collections you have made by supporting us thus far. So hopefully that means Hex 2, the long talked about, will eventually see fruition and we'll get these cards back. I'm personally, now moving on to my thoughts on all this, I'm not surprised that this happened. Since Corey kind of opened up about the troubles they were having paying the artists, even though the community asked for transparency, they kind of rewarded it by jettisoning the game and leaving in droves, and so that kind of brought about the financial downfall of the game. I really wish, since the community had asked for transparency, they had stuck around and tried to help and be understanding instead of freaking out. But I also understand, there were people upset about Kickstarter not being, fully, the promises from the Kickstarter were not fully lived up to some people's opinion. To me, I got more than enough fun out of the game, so I wasn't bothered by that so much. Kickstarters have a certain amount of risk, and I'm not shocked they weren't able to do everything in the Kickstarter. It was a lot that they were ambitious to try to do. To me, Hex is like Magic but better, because it doesn't have that physical component that it has to try to compete with, so that it takes advantage of and leans into the digital side, adding text to cards, this whole notion of reversion, it's really cool. And then the champions are cool. There's just a lot that I love about Hex more than I like about Magic. I love Magic too, but I get really tired of the mana flood, mana screw that you get in Magic, and I felt like Hex also had figured out an algorithm, because it was digital only, to assist with that, and then using thresholds was great. So I do hope Hex comes back, and I do hope it's not one of these cheesy put cards in a lane situation. You have different lanes that you're battling in, and kind of, the things that we've seen, the red and blue mobile game that came out, or the Shards deck builder. I don't like that style. I want it to be very similar to the game we've been playing, and hopefully with the Corinth format, because I love that. But it remains to be seen. I'm really disappointed there isn't an offline version we could play at least. Some Frost Ring or something. I would love it if they could think about that and maybe come up with a way for us to be able to continue to play Frost Ring, or even things like Marry Me Lee against an AI or something. Um, Siege maybe, I don't know, something, because I personally have spent thousands on my cards to get complete play sets of everything and the equipment. So it's really sad to see that not be accessible to me anymore. But I've learned from this and other games that if I'm going to put money into it, there's a strong chance that I won't get that money back out, and that um, eventually I will lose access. So I do think differently about which games I put money into because of what happened with Marvel Heroes. I used to be heavily invested in that, this game, and several others. So, but that's just kind of my feeling on it. I do hope it comes back. I think it's, like I said, better than Magic in a lot of ways. If I could afford to, purchase the rights and everything and keep it running and just start releasing new sets, I would. I certainly have resources in my life that could do development and things like that. But I don't have the finances. If any of you listening do and you want to work together to put a pitch to them, I'd be happy to do that. Although I know Corey loves the game and probably never wants to part with it, and I hope he truly is focused on getting a Hex 2 in the near future. I do think it needs to be sooner rather than later to take advantage of the love that's still out there. I mean, if this shutters and years go by and they haven't done it, the chances of coming back are going to be harder. So I really would like to see them get to it sooner rather than later. Plus, I want to play, right? I want to keep playing. So that's kind of my feelings on it. Now let's talk about the channel and what that means for the channel. So the channel is not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I do play other games. I've been focused on this one because I had a feeling something would come along like this and take it away from us. And I just truly, it is my favorite out of all the games I play. So I'll be playing other games. But more than that, what I think you'll be happy to know is that I'm going to continue recording content between now and the end of the year, and we've already got stuff scheduled through February 20th of 2021. We have daily matches coming out February all the way through February 2021, and it's going to keep going because I'm going to record a bunch more and keep scheduling those so that you guys will have new ones to look forward to. Yeah, it'll be sad to watch it after the game is closed, but at least you'll have some fun. And when you watch these, I mean, it's kind of like experiencing it yourselves, seeing what cards get picked or get generated. Even I watch the old daily matches. I don't remember how any of them turned out, and I'm kind of playing along and going, oh, I wonder what's going to be generated next. So it's there's still going to be some mystery and some rewatchability on these things. And I've got things already scheduled through October 9th for Frost Ring Fridays. I am going to try to continue to do those through the end of the year as well. I don't know if I'll do them beyond the year just because that has less value, although there's some nostalgia and you can keep watching them. You won't be able to try out any of these decks, and the Frost Ring Friday series is really meant for you guys to try out the decks. And so I'm going to keep making those, and like I said, February 20th for the daily matches and October 9th for the Frost Ring Fridays are what's currently scheduled. And the reason that's important is because I say in the videos, the game is free to play on PC and PS4 and all of that stuff. So you won't see that change until those dates for those two series, because again, this was all pre-recorded prior to today. After that, the stuff that I start recording today and forward, you will see me talk more about, get in while you can, play before the game's gone, stuff like that, or the game's no longer with us, but hope you're enjoying this, that kind of stuff. I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to say, but that'll be what I'm talking about. But the last thing I want to touch on is I want your ideas of other games you might want to see me play, and it can be Android games, it can be PC games. No console because I'm really not set up to record that, but PC games. Android games, I can record those pretty easily and talk through those. I'm not interested in just going to Hearthstone or playing standard. Those in Magic Arena, those aren't really my things. I will probably continue to do older Magic games, occasional special events in Arena. Um, but I already play Dead by Daylight. I play World of Warcraft. I play sometimes City of Heroes. So let me know in the comments. I'm not promising I'll play all the games that you guys suggest, but I'll certainly look at all of them and keep them in mind when I'm looking for options. I would like to get something daily going alongside the daily matches, so that when I eventually run out of Hex content because I can't make any more, that I do have something else going, that you guys can stay tuned for, and stick with me. And hopefully we'll still be going when Hex 2 eventually shows up, because I believe it will. And if there's anything I can do to make that happen, I will. So anybody listening or watching that has the means to do something, please reach out. I respond to all comments. You can message me. I've got my Twitter linked, all of that good stuff. So reach out, contact me, and I'm going to keep on saying happy hexing until it's gone. So, and even after that, because like I said, I pre-recorded. So, I will talk to you guys later, and happy hexing.